Welcome to Sip No Tech. I'm Alex. How you doing? I have a phone here that I am low-key really excited to look at. And as you can see from this bag right here, I did go to a T-Mobile brick-and-mortar shop, which I normally don't go to buy phones. I buy unlocked phones online now. And I picked this thing up on launch day. Today is launch day, the first day it's out. This is the T-Mobile REVVL, and I'm sure you've seen leaks for months now about this device, but it is officially out in stores, and I went to the T-Mobile shop to pick it up. And I did have to ask the salespeople whether I was saying it right or not, but it is pronounced REVVL, apparently, REVVL, so T-Mobile REVVL. And it is the first T-Mobile branded phone since the MyTouch, the HTC MyTouch series. And oh my gosh, nostalgia to the max. There is something I need to discuss with you guys about the price point, so make sure you stay tuned for that. We're actually going to talk about that first. So let's roll the intro and we'll go jump right into it. All right, let's roll off some specs right off the bat. We have a 5.5-inch phone. This screen size is 5.5 inches with a 720p display, good for 267 pixels per inch. It is not 1080p, and I'm a little disappointed that it's not 1080p, even though it's a budget phone, but we're gonna see whether the 720p matches up. It also has a 13 megapixel rear camera. Once again, it's a budget phone, so I'm interested to see what this can do with the camera. Has a 3,000 milliamp hour battery. It also has a fingerprint scanner, rear facing fingerprint scanner, which I do like and I do prefer. And it runs Android Nougat 7.0, only 7.0, it doesn't go 7.1. And we also have a MediaTek processor. And I know a lot of you guys, that's a deal breaker for you to have a MediaTek processor. But the processor here isn't even one of the better MediaTeks. This is a MT6738. It's not even a Helio. So interested to see what's going on there. 2 gigabytes of RAM, 32 gigabytes of storage. Does have SD card support and all the LTE bands for T-Mobile because it is a T-Mobile branded phone. Has bands 2, 4, 5, and 12. I don't know why we have 5, but I'm interested to see what 5 does. And it also actually has band 66 too, so really interesting. I've never... I didn't know T-Mobile puts those on their branded phones because we haven't had one in a while. So I'm interested to check this out. All right, slicing this thing open. Let's get this thing opened up. Just a quick note on the box. I do really like the design of the box. It is pretty high quality stuff. It has the pink and the black, T-Mobile branding. I really like the colors. The pink and the black actually looks really cool. So props to T-Mobile in that. I have a love-hate relationship with T-Mobile over a span of more than 10 years now, but they do some good things here and there. And so, here is the phone, the T-Mobile REVVL. It's nicely packaged. Let's pull this out. Built. Once again, this is built by Alcatel. They put Alcatel on the back of the box. It's actually not Alcatel, right? It's TCL because TCL makes it, but Alcatel is a bigger phone brand, I guess. Also, this Alcatel's parent company also makes the BlackBerry phones, the current crop of BlackBerry phones. So the build quality I am very excited about. I do think even though it's plastic, it'll be pretty good. And back button, home button, overview. It should be on-screen buttons. I don't know why they need to have that there. But just in case, if you've never had a smartphone or Android phone before, maybe that's what it's for. Anyway, peeling this off, 5.5-inch display, it's 720p. Let's boot it up before I turn it around. Powered by Android. Headphone jack at the top here. Once again, the volume rocker and power button on this side, nothing on the other side. And we have a rear fingerprint scanner and the camera as well as flash and T-Mobile branding here. No REVVL, nothing else. It just says T-Mobile. Okay, cool. The phone is all set up, but we're going to finish looking at what's inside the box. And more pink stuff in here. And opening it in, we do have the T-Mobile Startup SIM. They do include this in all of the phones that they sell, so you do have to have this one here. And then we have a start guide. We don't need it. We are very acquainted with Android. And then the power brick, very standard power brick, nothing out of the ordinary. And the cable. So we have the micro USB cable. We'll put this all back in here. We don't need this. We have plenty of it. Speaking of the SIM card, though, I do want to make a quick note about this subject, right? So when I went to T-Mobile, I wanted to buy this phone outright, a one-time payment, just purchase it with my credit card or cash, just straight out. And the phone retails for $120 at T-Mobile, and you can only get it at T-Mobile since it is a T-Mobile branded phone. And so it's not $120. I mean, with tax and everything, it's going to be more. But there also is this upgrade support charge. If you're not using their Jump On program and you're not doing monthly installments, you do have to pay a fee, additional fee. It's another $20 extension onto the retail price. And so this phone actually came out to be about $160 after tax and the additional charges that I needed to pay just to buy this phone. So I understand its policy. I don't blame anybody. But it is kind of a little bit perplexing that they make you pay more. They kind of punish you to buy their phone outright. It doesn't make sense. You would think they want to encourage you with more incentives to buy more phones. So interesting, you do have to pay more. So if you are going to get this, it's going to cost you about $160. It's not $120, around $160. So you can see everything is very stock-like, and I really do like that. Let's check out the settings. Let's see if it does that too. So the drop-down is as stock as you can get. There's nothing here that says otherwise. Same thing with the settings. Everything seems really stock. I'm really happy with a stock-feeling phone. And let's go with the About Phone, Android 7.0, as you can see. Android 7.0, as you can see, we do run Nougat here. Let's unlock the cat. All right, here is the camera. Let's take a quick pic. Shutter seems really fast. I don't know if the photos are good, but actually, from the viewfinder, it does look pretty impressive right now, at least. It's not bad. Lack of detail here and there when you zoom in really far, but yeah, it's actually not too bad. That was my finger pressing thing. That's actually not too bad. I'm not too disappointed in that, surprisingly. And the interface is very simple. It's very iPhone-like here. Time-lapse. We do have some features here, some functions. I am quite excited. Let's check out the selfie camera, too, because, you know, selfies are important to a lot of people as well. Let's take a quick selfie. Exposure seems pretty quick. The auto exposure, it just changed with the lighting, of course. That's pretty darn good, actually, for 100. Well, they sell it at a retail of 125, but full price it's about 160 after tax and everything. That's actually not too bad. And on-screen buttons, which I do like, very stock Android-like. Okay, real talk. I do think this phone has a market. And the market is towards a very specific audience that T-Mobile is aware of. And that is those people who don't really need to research phones much. They don't really look at specs or anything. They just go into a brick-and-mortar shop for a carrier, and they just look at whatever phone looks nice, and they want to purchase it. And certain people have a budget. We all have different budgets for what we can afford to buy. And so for the sub $200 range, some people might go into a T-Mobile shop and see this and be like, wow, this actually looks pretty nice, and it's actually built pretty well. And it has a fingerprint scanner for less than $200. And they don't know that there are other options out there on Amazon or other unlocked phones out there in the market. And they'll purchase this. They will purchase this because I was one of those people 10 years ago. I walked in a T-Mobile shop. Of course, the landscape was completely different. But I used to go into carriers, Verizon, AT&T, and I just looked at whatever I thought was the newest model, prettiest model, and I would purchase that. And there are people who do that. And I'm sure you guys know those people, your parents, your grandparents, your brother and sister who aren't very tech savvy. It happens. And so that is what this phone is marketed towards, this T-Mobile REVVL. And with that in mind, I'm actually pretty impressed with this. In conclusion, this is a bloatware-infested, decent phone. That's all this is, a bloatware-infested, decent budget phone. And I'm very happy about that. And I really do hope this holds up in my testing and that I can recommend this to you guys. So once again, my name is Alex with SipNoTech. Let me know what you guys think of the REVVL so far. And let me know what was your last carrier-branded phone. I will see you guys in the next video.
If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, hit the bell button below so that you don't miss a single video in the future. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!